I am the one and only Eagle Double T. In this video, I'm going to be comparing the Nintendo 64 to the Sega Dreamcast. So let's begin. Round 1, Controller. Both these consoles had very unique and odd controllers. Let's start with the N64 controller. It's actually really comfortable. If you hold it like a regular controller, hand there and hand there, it's really comfortable. Having the third part in the middle is a bit weird, but it's not really bad at all. It's still very comfortable, no matter how you hold it. The D-pad is far better than the one on the Dreamcast controller. The Dreamcast controllers just isn't the best in the world, but it's not terrible like a lot of people say. I think it's okay. So the N64 has a better D-pad. Both joysticks are just terrible. And the N64's was one of the first joysticks, so we'll cut it some slack, but still not good at all. And the Sega Dreamcast controller joystick is just, it feels cheap. Your finger slides right off of it. It's just not a good design. I think the N64 controller is more comfortable than the Dreamcast controller, but the Dreamcast controller is still pretty comfortable. One thing I do like about the Dreamcast controller is the triggers, while the N64 just had, like these buttons. Start button, both just fine. I think the buttons on the N64 controller are a bit better, feel a bit more high quality than the Dreamcast controllers. But, one thing that's really cool about the Dreamcast controller is, while the N64 controller just has a memory card slot, this has 2 memory card slots and the VMUs, virtual memory units, which you could play mini games on. You could plug them into other VMUs and exchange data. There was a lot of cool stuff you could do with these, and they also act as memory cards. So both the controllers are pretty cool. Round 1 goes to the Dreamcast for having the really cool VMUs and a more traditional styled controller. Round 2, Features. The N64 doesn't have a huge amount of features, except for the later included memory expansion. It was one of the first consoles to have 4 controller ports. Pretty sure the N64 is built better because it has no internal moving parts, so it's pretty cool. The Dreamcast had a built-in broadband adapter. Mine doesn't have it, because I got mine used, and that's just how it was. So, the Dreamcast, for its time, had strong online play, and it was the first console to have it built in. So that was really cool. The Dreamcast has a built-in power brick, while the N64 does not. The Dreamcast has better graphics than the N64. It has twice the graphics of it. And it uses GD-ROM discs, which could hold more storage than the N64 cartridges. But the N64 cartridges could load faster. So I go with the discs of the Dreamcast. So the Dreamcast does have quite a bit of features, while the N64 just doesn't have as many. Round 2 goes to the Dreamcast for having quite a bit more features than the N64. Round 3, Games. Both these consoles today are known for their amount of games. The Dreamcast had tons of great games. Crazy Taxi. Basically just a lot of great sports games. This was more of a sports system than the N64. Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. Sega Marine Bass Fishing, just tons of great games that the Dreamcast had. The N64, Super Mario 64, Beetle Adventure Racing, Diddy Kong Racing, Top Gear Rally, as long as Mario Kart 64, a lot of great racers on the N64. This is more of a racers console, as well as a shooters console, with games like 007, which definitely made the N64 a better choice for shooters. It also had great games like Star Fox, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. So both these consoles are loaded with lots of great games. Round 3 goes to the N64, with a score of 2 for the Dreamcast and a score of 1 for the N64. The Dreamcast is superior to the N64. In the end, I would give the victory to the Dreamcast personally. I've played more on my Dreamcast than I have my N64. Comment which console you think is better, leave a like on this video, and please subscribe for more video game content. I am the one and only Eagle Double T signing off. Goodbye.